Welcome back to Britton Farms Homestead. How are you guys doing, YouTube family? Today we are going to start preparing our beds for next year. When's a good time to start? In the fall. If you're not going to replant a fall garden, you can go ahead and start prepping your beds, raised beds, in-ground beds, whatever, for the following year. And that's what we're going to do today. As you know, if you've been following, as you know, we planted onions, garlic, peppers, and tomatoes here on the mountain. And we made this bed over here. All those are already gone. They've fizzled out, and a lot of our onions didn't make it. Something dug up our onions. I don't know what it was. Didn't bother the garlic, so we did get some garlic, but every one of our onions, over time, they dug them up. I don't know if it was a groundhog, a squirrel, I don't know what it was, but they're gone. Then they would dig them up and just take the whole onion. But anyway, we're going to use that same bed to put a cut flower garden in next year. I want to have some cut flowers to be able to take to the farmer's market and sell. This is where we're going to do it, and it's all grown up, but there's no vegetables in here anymore. Here it is, and here's our pathways right here. If you watched, we did cardboard with wood chips on top for our pathways. What we're going to do is we're going to mow all this right here. You know, all the weeds. We're going to mow those down. And then we're going to take a tarp and cover this. And there's some pallets over here in the weeds. We're going to take those pallets, put on top of the tarp. And next year, when it comes time to plant, all these will be dead. This does take some time to do with the plastic over the top. It needs to be there a while so it can kill the weeds and all the seed, because these have already gone to seed, and we want that. We want to knock those out so next year, you know, we'll be ready to go ahead and plant what we need to plant. That's what we're going to do today. All right, guys, we've got it mowed here, got it mowed down. our rows with our sawdust. This is our walkways. I'm gonna take the tarp now, cover this, so it will kill down this grass. This tarp is an old billboard tarp, and we want the black side up so it will take in all the heat and kill all the weeds and grass underneath it. Through this tarp because there was a snake in here. He is I didn't know what he was until I threw the tarp and saw him, but he is a ring neck snake. I don't know where he went. He's pretty small, but he is not poisonous. See if we can find him. And we'll just let him go. I'm not gonna kill him or anything. Well, I don't know if he went back in the tarp or what. And that's another thing with these tarps. Snakes love these tarps. Oh, there he is. You see him down in there? He is not a poisonous snake. See, he's a ringneck snake. And he just wants to get away. We're not gonna kill him. We're gonna let him go. But I do need to get him out of this tarp. And I don't care anything about handling him. So we're gonna see if we can't scare him the other way. This is the second ring neck snake that we have seen. So that's why I know what he is. I did research on the first one. They usually come out at night, and they're not poisonous. And most people never see them because they're nocturnal. But this is the second one that we found under a tarp, or that I found under the tarp. The first one, Vince was with me. Vince doesn't like snakes. I'm not gonna tell him I found this one. We're gonna let him go because I know he's not poisonous. And if they're not poisonous, I let them be. Just, you know, go live your life somewhere else. I'm gonna roll out this tarp. Is basically what we're fixing to do. And there may be more in here, I don't know. But we're gonna just let him do his thing. Hopefully we can get him out of this tarp. And it's hard to do with a camera in your hand. Buddy, I just want you to move on somewhere else. Yeah, go that way. Go. Go. Go on. Keep going. Keep going. Go, go, go. Go, little snake, go. Don't go in there. Don't go to my boot either. Come on, man. I just want you to leave. Just go. There you go. All right, so he's under there somewhere. And he'll probably stay under there because he's probably more scared of me than I was of him when I dropped the tarp. But we're gonna be careful while we open this because we do have rattlesnakes here. And who knows, there may be one wrapped up in here. But we're gonna be careful and hopefully see no more snakes. But if we do, if they're not poisonous, we're just gonna let them go. So we now have this spread out, this billboard tarp. We got the black side up so the sun, it'll suck in the heat and kill all the grass underneath it. It is not long enough to cover the entire garden, so we'll have to eventually put down another one. And we have some more at my parents' house. We just don't have any more up here. But for now, we're just gonna put the pallets around the corners and on the ends so it doesn't blow away, and just let it be until springtime. Like the snake that was in the tarp, if you do this, when you pull this tarp up in the spring, make sure you're watching for snakes, because they do love to get in there, because the sun does suck up the heat, or the black tarp sucks up the heat from the sun, and it stays warm under there, and so they can get under there and stay warm. So just be careful of that, because that is a thing. They do like to get under things that soak up the sun so they can stay warm. We've got our tarp down, we got our pallets down, and that's all we're gonna do for today. I'll come back with another tarp at some other point in time and do the other end of the garden. But this is how you would prep a garden that you wanted to use tarps in to kill the weeds for next spring. Of course, this spring when we uncover it, I will have a video on that, of planting this in the flowers. But at this point, if you're liking what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe. Leave us a comment down below if you have any questions. Hit that bell notification so you get notified every time we put out a video. And God bless you all.